For 12 hours, you can legally do almost anything. And of course, we're gonna have some shenanigans ensue in this heartwarming series that's all about bringing people together. So let's be sure to listen up to those sirens, folks, as we get up the urge to purge. The Purge franchise is mainly created by James DeMonaco. DeMonaco grew up in the Brooklyn, Staten Island area of New York, where he eventually went on to get his start in the movie industry as a writer for the 1996 movie Jack. Inspired by the difference in the view on guns between the director's life in Paris, France versus his home back in New York State, along with an incident with a drunk driver where his wife stated, "I wish we could all have one free one a year." So naturally, he took the logical next step of making a movie where a totalitarian party takes control of the United States and enacts the Purge so that people can hunt each other for sport. For being a future American holiday, this family sure doesn't seem like they're having a good time. Those fortifications on the house in Los Angeles probably actually cost more than the budget of the first film of the franchise, which was only $3 million. Here, audiences were drawn to this unique concept for a film, which allowed for the movie to gross over $89 million, which coincidentally is how many people you should be recommending this channel to. So be sure to press that subscribe button and hit that bell icon to help stay safe throughout the Forever Purge. Seeing as how they turned $3 million into nearly $90 million, they thought, why not try it again? This time, they gave it nearly 3 times the budget of the previous film. 2014's The Purge Anarchy once again set to capture the horror of the first film, and they definitely were able to make a decent chunk of change with that $9 million investment. They ended up reeling in $111 million bucks. Now, $72 million of that ended up coming from just the US. And while the last film was set to just one house, The Purge Anarchy was set to the greater Los Angeles area. Now, I'm not 100% certain, but some of this footage appears to just be a regular Tuesday in beautiful LA. Election year. A time for all Americans to come together and celebrate their differences with
friendship,
harmony,
incredible violence, and love.
Now hold on there, dear viewer. The violence wasn't the only incredible thing in this movie. They also managed to nearly 12x their budget. And after turning $10 million into nearly $120 million, they decided,
let's do that again!
The latest film to be released, we have The First Purge. No, we're not talking about The First Purge. This is The First Purge. You know, the 4th movie to be released. Yeah, they might need to name shop these a little bit better. Set on Staten Island, the government decides to conduct an experiment where all crime is legal for 12 hours. Now, I know what you're asking, why the hell would they stay on this island? Money. That's it. They were offered a big old check of $5,000 for anybody who stayed. This film definitely cut some checks with its $13 million budget, but they were able to rake in an impressive $137 million, which makes this one the highest grossing film of the franchise so far. Don't you find yourself wishing that Christmas was every day? Well, that's exactly the same question that they had in the newest film, The Forever Purge. In this movie, a group of criminals wants their bloody holiday to be every day, and they're going to use violence to make their purge dreams come true. Now, we don't have the exact budget for this film, but the previous movie had a budget of $13 million, and we're going to guess that they're going to get yet another budget bump for this one. So that will put them in the $14 to $17 million price range. Now, only time will tell how this one performs, but we think that this will be the highest grossing one yet. Now, if you're a big Purge fan, then you're probably wondering, Dominic, what about the television show? Well, it went on to run for 20 episodes in 2 seasons. This show premiered on the USA Network in 2018, and the first season took place between The Purge Anarchy and election year. Now, we don't have the exact numbers for the budget, but we do know that the show got canceled after just 2 seasons, so it probably wasn't the biggest moneymaker for the network. The 4 films released so far had a combined production budget of just $35 million, but they managed to pull off a true Purge miracle and turn it into almost $500 million. Now, with the Forever Purge releasing really soon, we're gonna have to wait and see, but I think this will be what pushes them over the $500 million mark. So which was your favorite film of the series? Be sure to let us know with a comment down below. Once again, for the Financial Fixation, I'm your host Dominic, and I hope to see you in the next video. I guess it's that time. Now, if you excuse me, I have to renegotiate some contracts.
By the U.S. government. Weapons of and lower have been authorized for use during the Purge. All other weapons are restricted.